Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucklight here, and we're continuing the Bard's Tale. And in between episodes, I've gained about 4 levels. So now we're level 6, and we have level 2 and level 3 spells. And jacking up my vitality pretty high, and doing everything I can to make this a whole lot easier. But anyway, what I can do is not that, is actually tell you what the spells do. So, let's do it. We have, first we have Sorcery Sight, which, that is what, that particular acronym is there. And, that essentially tells you where on the map you are using a coordinate system. So if you're mapping out your maps, like you should be, it'll tell you where you are. I'm not making maps because I'm lazy, and because I can just get them on the internet if I absolutely positively need them, which I probably will. But anyway, I have Instant Wolf, which is exactly what you think it is. It adds a illusionary wolf as a party member. Not as useful anymore because I have Wind Warrior, which is just that, add a instant warrior. Sorcerer Sight, which isn't Scry Sight, it's Sorcery Sight. It says it provides heightened awareness. I think that means like you see doors and stuff. So, cool stuff. As for the Wizard, Mage Flame, which is your light spell. Word of Healing, which is your healing spell. Trap Zap, which is your, I found a trap on a chest and I want to get rid of it. Lesser Revelation, I believe, is also seeing doors. You know, just in case your sorcerer bites the dust or, you know, isn't available. And boom, there it is. It also creates some more light. I think it lasts longer than the Mage Fire too. Flesh Restore is, it cures your poison and restores your hit points for one party member, so that's pretty useful as well. Alright, there's some battle spells too, which I'll get into when we get into a battle, which is probably going to be rather soon. And there it is. And how, of course I'm not ready for battle. Because why else? Those things always happen. Like another game to, you know, get surprised in every fight. So our first target in this game is to head to the, stop hitting me, is the sewers underneath the town, because apparently we can find a item that will allow us passage into the catacombs of the Mad God, which is just as cool as it sounds, so. Oh, come on, really? It really is going to do that over and over. So I'm getting pounded. Thanks, Wizard. Alright, so my battle spells are Image of Terror, which I believe just lowers the enemy's abilities. Or actually, no, it just causes them to run away. Even better. But it doesn't work here. Battle Skill increases your, you know, your damage and your defense. Let's see. Mind Darts is your damage spell. And we have Disbelieve, which, you know, dispels any sorcery, invisible wolves, stuff like that. Invincible is a spell I don't really like, even though it sounds awesome. It gives you great attack and defense power, but it just takes your hit points afterwards, so you kind of eat it pretty hard. But for this fight, I'm going to throw some battle skill. And my other spells, we have Gleam, which is a blind, Arc Fire, which is damage, healing we know, Mage Blade, which is like, you get a sword that's like 3 times your damage, but you're still a wizard, so you're still going to hit weak. Corrosion lowers the enemy's defense, which is great, and Star Flare is a damage spell that you saw used against me a few minutes ago, so there you go. There's your spells. Alright, so the wizard drops pretty fast, just caught me off guard and decided to beat me up. So I'm actually going to go back and heal. The reason is we have a long journey through a dungeon ahead of us, and we don't really want to be caught with our pants down, so I don't think the statue is going to come back in time for me to, you know, leave and come back, so I think it'll be okay. How bad would it be if I don't even get into the dungeon by the time runs out of this episode? That'd be kind of bad. I will say this about this game. Something I've remembered pretty fondly as I grinded is battles take a while. Because the enemies comes and yeah. Wow, I can't talk. The enemies come in packs of like a lot. But I have plenty of money now, so if I go back and heal, it's not a big problem. We want to go into this dungeon with as much hit points and magic points as possible. Because otherwise, we might get down to the boss and have a bad time. That happens a lot. I will say we're a little bit stronger than we should be, but not by much. This game can take a turn for the worse pretty fast. So we just gotta be careful. Later on is where I stopped playing when I was a kid, and stopped playing again, like, rather recently, I think, is the castle. I don't remember who owns the castle or what the king's name was, but the castle was the one that got me stuck, because there's one part where it's just waves of enemies. And it's scripted too, so it's like, Oh, you know what? I went the wrong way. Now I'm fighting the other one. Let's see if we do better. There we go. I can now drop them before they actually hit. But if you get caught off guard, it's just gonna hit you with Star Flare, so meh. Alright, so what we have to do is this is the Scarlet Bard where the Grape Juice apparently is. Manger is staying on the 5th floor of the Southern Tower. Alright. So Grape Juice is kept in the underground cellar, help yourself. Apparently this is the one bar that you have to go down and get your stuff yourself. I'll need another light to go forward. Alright. That's why we packed all these spells. So for 4 measly magic points, I now have a light. Now there's like 4 different, like, I guess rooms. Letters are written on the door. Cheap grape juice, help yourself. But I don't think there's actually anything in here that is worth my time, so I'm gonna keep going. What we need to do is find our way downstairs. Good grape juice, private. There is no grape juice. Alright. Cold wind is blowing from somewhere. What's in here? Spiders. These are actually kind of jerks. If they hit you. And actually, when we get downstairs, we're going to do a bit of exploration. I could run right to the end of these places, and oftentimes I probably should, but I'm going to do a little bit of exploration. I mean, I'm trying to show you a game here. I'm not going to just go, okay, and we're done. Cutting out the leveling cuts out a lot of the game anyway. So I better show you what's left, you know? Most of the game seems to be waiting for fights to end. Alright. Good experience, though. Well, decent experience. For now, anyway. Sorcerers. Yeah, and the other thing is, there's no, it doesn't automatically switch to a different target if you kill an enemy, so you have to divvy up your attacks on your own. The things we take for granted in... damn it. In, prison RPGs. Not so much here. I will say the leveling has made it so the enemies don't hit me as much. Levels are very important in this game. Alright, first chest. What you want to do, I mean, you could use the Trap Zap spell, but since I have a rogue, I might as well let him do what he does best. So you have checked traps, you select your rogue, which is Everett, and it'll say Shocker Trap. Hopefully he's correct. So disarm, and a sword flies out. He wasn't right. Well, I get the sword at least. So I better heal him then. All healed. Well, not all healed, but enough healed. And I've been surprised again. Well, no harm. How do, like... Alright. How are there so many sorcerers in this guy's basement? Alright, let's try this again. What do you got? Poison Spike. That's not good. And we disarmed it. Good. Want some chainmail. Too bad I'm fully equipped. I can just sell that for money later. Yeah, better. They all seem to be orc leaders. So who's the actual leader? Alright. And you can hit your own party if you ever wanted to. I don't see why you would. It's not like it really helps you. Alright, another trap. Grabs that bomb. Sword flies out. You are not good at this right now. I'm gonna heal again. Because I don't want to lose him to a stupid trap. Alright, so here we are in the sewer, which is, we've gone through this guy's basement and found a sewer. Now the map for the sewer is kind of like the map for the world. It's just like has a little bit of variation to it. So let's go up here. And now we're being surprised by tarantulas. This is gonna be bad. And I'm paralyzed. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna focus all my attacks on the tarantula, because as you can see, it does the most damage. Alright, let's go after the other spiders. Now, what I'm gonna do after each episode, I'm just going to admit this right now. That way, no one's surprised when it happens. After each episode ends, I am gonna run back to town and heal, and try to get back down here, like using, you know, runaway and stuff. Mainly because me running back will get me more experience, and since I'm going to be leveling in between episodes anyway, it's probably going to be more viable to, you know, back out and come back in and be stronger when we actually get to places. I'm really going to try to pull all the stops out to actually be able to beat this thing, because I've never beaten this game. It's one of the first games I've played on the channel that I haven't beaten already. Like, Lagrange Point was another one, for obvious reasons, but most games I beat before I actually play them. Yeah, so I'm getting screwed here. Alright, so on the next episode we will start here, and we're going to look around and see if we can find anything. The cellars were kind of devoid of anything, just wreckage. And we'll see what happens on the next episode, so I hope you join me for that. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.